Hello, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 22 Ultimate Team Road to Glory episode number 18, I believe it is today. And yeah, today we are going to find out whether or not I actually qualify for the FUT Champions Finals, aka the Weekend League, the most sweaty competitive mode within the game. And if you do enjoy today, can you just carry on doing me that huge favor of smashing the thumbs up? I don't think yesterday's video did particularly great compared to the rest, but the day before that got like over 100k views, so thanks. It's crazy. Keep showing that support by smashing the thumbs up button. 6,000 likes is what we're going for today, and of course don't forget, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thanks for 530,000 subs, by the way. That's awesome of you guys. So to start this episode off, I'm going to actually make a bit of a defensive change, and that is that we're going to remove Sergio Ramos. Now, I'm not going to sell him because he is tradable, but I've bought Marquinhos. Just put Ramos in the club for now. I feel like he's too low priced, and with all the SBCs coming out, like Player of the Month stuff, I feel like the fodder might just go through the roof. Therefore, I'll sell him when he gets a bit more expensive. But yeah, Marquinhos, I bought him for 70,000 coins with an anchor chemistry style already on him. I thought that was pretty good, and that should just give us a little bit of extra pace in the defense, which we might need for our final few playoffs games. We are currently 2-1 in the playoffs, so you guys have seen so far. So we've got 6 games left. All of them will be played in today's episode to see if we can qualify for the Weekend League, because if not, and to be honest, I don't expect to qualify every single week. This is it's a very stressful thing, isn't it? So there will be weekends where I just am not in the Weekend League. It's as simple as that, because I'll have to use a couple of attempts to do it, and then I'll run out of time, or I'll just keep failing, and it will happen. There's no doubt about it, and I'm sure it will happen for you guys as well, unless you're like very, very good at FIFA. But people that have been telling me that these playoff games are easier than actual rivals. You must be in a higher division than me in rivals, because I don't know, you're quality at the game compared to me then, because these have not been easy whatsoever. I have been coming up against people that we're like neck and neck when we're playing. So a few of these little 78 plus gold rare player packs, figured I'd finally get to doing some, knowing that I'm a couple of days ahead on content anyway. I knew that it was going to be towards the end of the week before you saw these anyway. I know they've been out all week, but they're all right, you know. In all honesty, I think you might just be better doing the 2 rare player packs, like the gold upgrade. I don't know, actually, are you? I don't know. This one costs 5 non-rare golds and only 15 chem. The other one costs 11 non-rare golds, and you get 2 players, but you don't have a rating guarantee. I just feel like you get more boards and walkouts from the regular gold upgrade than you do from these. That's been my experience with them so far, but you guys might have had a totally different experience. If you have, let me know down below. I want to know how you're getting these good packs. So, bronze pack method, first time I've done that in a little while, actually, and after this, I don't think I've done it much since, because it seemed that a lot of the stuff was kind of starting to get a little bit saturated. So, the rares were selling, the non-rares were struggling, so I was struggling to break even. I sort of was, I guess, but yeah. Anyway, what you're about to see is my investment. So, I made this earlier on in the week. Fodder was really low. Everyone was talking about how the market is so low, and I bought a load of Thomas Mullers. I basically spent the rest of the coins that I had in my club on Thomas Mullers. Got them for 6.8k on the majority of them. And then I actually got one for 5.2k. And he discards for 5,000 coins. So let's just say that on average I got them for 6.8. I can lose a maximum of 1.8k per card. That's the only risk there. I could discard them all and get back like, I don't know, like 50k or something. I've got like nearly 10 of them, I think. So that was a few days ago. Obviously, since then, we had what have we had? We've had the Pedro SBC. I don't think that made fodder really go up. But the Player of the Month Koulibaly that came out, I mean, today as I'm filming this, but yesterday afternoon for you guys. And then people are suggesting that it's Premier League Player of the Month tomorrow. And there's a lot of people on Twitter saying that it might be Cristiano Ronaldo. If that's the case, and he gets an SBC this early on in the game. Like, he would surely have to be really expensive. Surely. It's Ronaldo, Man United. Like, if that was the case, then yeah, he'd be very expensive, and I think it would push fodder through the roof just because of how popular he is. So already my Thomas Mullers were like 9 to 9.5k each. So I've made like about 3k per card so far if I was to sell them now. I'm just going to hold a little bit and see if things like the Ronaldo, I mean, you'll know by the time you're watching this, I would imagine. Like, I think there's all sorts of potential SBCs that we could get that might push the market up. If so, I don't know when like sell time would be for me, but obviously I've got quite a lot of coins now trapped up in Thomas Muller. So if I want to buy someone expensive, I need to sell them on. So it'd be nice to be able to make profit on them though, which we currently are at like 3k a card. That's it's some pretty good profit. That's better than last year's Sergi Roberto's, that's for sure. But no doubt there'll be some sort of market crash which makes me fail and flop and lose all my money. There'll be no doubt about it. I'm always like that. But here we are back in the playoffs then, boys. I went 1-0 down, and then I've actually turned this game around to be 2-1 up, all right? Things are actually looking like they're going quite well. However, it didn't last long. Heung-min Son. Oh, I'm struggling against Son, and I know I will be this weekend as well if all things go to plan. He's just a good player. So 2-2 after 90 minutes. This game was going to go the distance, and that is a terrifying thought. So I brought a Gabriel Jesus, actually. I brought him for a super sub because people were saying he was good, and I brought him on. And actually, it's ASM that managed to get the goal. This is another one that people are talking about could get player of the month. If ASM gets player of the month, I'm doing the SBC, unless of course it's like 500k, but I would absolutely love an ASM SBC for player of the month. That would be so sick at the start of the game. But yeah, I think is it like vote based or something, so I would just assume that Ronaldo will probably win. Anyway, we're 3-2 up, and then I just got so much pressure against me. He obviously turned the pressure up towards the end of the game, and he got his equaliser, and it meant that this game was going to penalties. And the first two got saved. So I saved my opponent's. I actually saved his second one as well, but he'd saved my first. Ousmane Dembele steps up. Oh man, the first 4 penalties have all been saved. Leon Bailey stepped up, and I realised after that one, this guy is going whatever way he moves his head. So as long as I can score, I think I can save his pens. That one I messed up on. He obviously didn't go quite as far. That one, I don't know if it should have got in because he kind of dived the right way. But it is advantage lasty, and then I actually saved the final penalty, and I get the win. I was going to say I go through, but I get the win. I get another 4 playoffs points. Tough old game though. That was my first game of the day in playoffs, and I go all the way to penalties. If the weekend league is going to be anything like that, it will be a stressful time, that is for sure. So into the next one then. Marcos Llorente, Benzema, all sorts of goodness in this one. I think there was a Rashford and Bruno Fernandes. Players I definitely need to be very careful of. And this guy was a possession hoarder. And it annoyed me. I kept him at bay for most part. And then just in the second half, there were a couple of attempts where I couldn't quite get to the ball. And I end up losing this one. I think 2-0. Yeah, I literally lost 2-0, which was very frustrating. That one, it really got me angry. And I was like, does everyone play like this? Like 4-2-3-1, drop back 1 depth, hold the ball in possession, every man behind the ball. It was annoying. But we still get a point for it, all right? So there are 3 games to go, I believe. Is it 3 or maybe it's 4 games to go? I think it's 4 games to go, actually. And we need 10 points. We've got 14 points. We need 10 points, which means what we do need is 2 wins and 2 losses from the final 4 games. I go 1-0 up here with Ousmane Dembele. And at half-time, I don't know, it was a kind of a stalemate again. But I'd got my all-important goal, so I just need to hang on. Hopefully he will end up, making a mistake. Oh, Tom. I'm the one that's made the mistake in the 90th minute, and he scored from it. Oh dear. That was, that's just classic little bit of lasty football, really. I couldn't withstand the pressure. I messed up a pass, and he countered on it and got the goal. So for the first time in playoffs, I brought on Mbappe. I just felt like I could win this game. I needed a tiny bit more firepower up top. And look how much it helped me. Having Mbappe just like sprint past all the players. And Gabriel Jesus there getting the third goal. It was night and day. Bringing on Mbappe, bringing on Gabriel Jesus up front. Fresh legs compared to the defenders who were knackered. It completely changed the game for me. And obviously, as you can see, I start belting in goals. Kimpembe, Maestro Kimpembe gets a goal for us there. And my opponent actually rage quits. But of course, it was late on in extra time, so it doesn't really matter. And apparently, you still get the point. If you quit, you still get that 1 point for the loss, despite actually quitting the game. So that does mean if that happens in the weekend league as well, you could legit on a Friday morning just quit every single game and get those 0 and 20 rewards and have them straight away on a Friday morning if you wanted to. But you know, try and get some wins. You'll get better rewards in that fashion, wouldn't you? So we got the win, meaning we need to go 1 out of 3. I need 1 win, 2 losses. All right. At the very minimum in order to qualify for the weekend league. So it's looking pretty good. You know, it was in our favour. And then I got battered by this guy. This guy was good. Eventually, after a certain amount of time, I had to start really pushing to try and get my goal. And that's where he just, like, it was 1-0 for so long. I went on ultra attacking to try and score. And I just ended up conceding loads. Ferland Mendy does score for me, though. So we got a little bit of a consolation. But it doesn't make any difference, right? We still lost 3-1. So now we've got 2 games, boys. 2 games to get 5 points. That's 1 win, 1 loss. Now the pressure is on, because if I lose this game, then we are in trouble. You know, we've really got the pressure on for that final game. But Ousmane Dembele, working his way into the box, knocks it back stick for Marquinhos, the new signing, to get a header, and we go 1-0 up. Oh, baby. That is good. Really good stuff. And I was battering this guy. I had 13 shots in the first half. So I felt confident like we were going to win. And Dybala strikes that. Now, I know that the finesses are broken, but we've all got to use them. These games all matter, right? So I expect that in the weekend league, it is going to happen to be a lot. But as you can see here, we basically secure the weekend league by going 3-0 up in this match. And there's no way I'm going to let it slip from 3-0 down in the 77th minute. Nah, no way. Cue to the bit where actually I end up slipping. No, it's not going to happen in this one because, as you can see, I end up going 4-0 up. This game was mine. This guy was demoralized. And eventually, as you can see here, Cuadrado even gets a goal. We win 5-0. A massive, massive victory, which means all I need now from my final game is 1 point. And the worst thing I can possibly get from quitting the game, from losing the game, is 1 point. We just unlocked the weekend league, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if I should be really happy about that or not, because it's going to be a very stressful time. But we should be coming away with at least some very, very good rewards. Okay, so we've got 23 out of 24 points. I ended up making sure that I lost the final match just to help out my opponent, right? And as you can see, 24 out of 24 points. We get rank number 2 in the playoffs, which means I am in the weekend league and I will be getting some good rewards in the next few days. So as you're watching this, I'm probably sweating it out, struggling a little bit in the weekend league. So we get our first set of weekend league playoff rewards, or FUT Champions playoff rewards, and I also get 100 assists to complete the assist section of the milestones. So yeah, it said I got 29 FUT Champs entries. That's not the case. There's a visual bug. It would be nice if I didn't have to qualify ever again and I was just in there every single week, but unfortunately, yeah, apparently it's just a visual glitch. But here we go with some packs, some rewards for getting into the weekend league. Boards to start us off then. I think this wasn't from weekend league. This was from getting those assists. And we get ourselves a little Alvaro Morata duplicate, but the other one was tradable, so I can stick him on the transfer list, sell him if the 83s go up. If not, he can sit there for as long as he likes until eventually they will go up at some point in time. Simon Kjær, it's going to be a similar story for him because I'm pretty sure I've already got him as well. I have, but this was a tradable pack, so into the transfer list you go. Next pack rolls around. Oh no, no boards this time. It's just going to be Diogo Jota, not a bad card to get, to be fair. 82 rated Liverpool. And then from the Premium Gold Players Pack, well, we get boards. All right, not too bad. It's going to be Gosens, 83 rated German from the Serie A. But inside the pack, there's a ones to watch Saul. Now, obviously, by the time you're watching this, actually, no, this team will still be out, won't it? I guess we move over to the next team. Like, is it Team 2 for ones to watch Friday night? So by the time you're watching this, it will still be relevant. Like, yes, I got myself tradable ones to watch Saul. I'll just keep him in the club until I desperately need the coins for him, because I can't imagine he's much above discard. But yeah, well done to the boys. Maybe this team needs to go down in RTG Hall of Fame history already, just because they got me into the first weekend league. Theoretically, the most difficult one to get into, right? Is that right? I don't know. But I ended up getting Marquinhos sent off in the last game. Even though I was hardly trying, I wanted to make sure the guy won. But I must have made a rash challenge somewhere, and he ended up getting sent off. Oh well, it doesn't matter. But that's going to be the end of the episode. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in the Foot Champs finals. So tomorrow will actually be like my rivals rewards. I'm going to make some adjustments to the team in order to make it weekend league ready, and then I think that the next day is when you'll start seeing my actual gameplay from the very difficult sweaty champs. Yeah, do me a huge favour on this episode. It's a big milestone. We managed to get into the weekend league. Smash the thumbs up. 6,000, maybe even 7,000 likes on this episode today. Depends how generous you're feeling. And of course, subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. Cheers. Have a great day, everyone. Why not follow me on Twitter, Instagram? You can find both of those links down below in the description. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Take it easy. Stay safe and healthy. I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.